Good afternoon. My name is Jill Bester, and I am an Associate Portfolio Manager with Genus Capital. Today, I'm joined by Wayne Michelle, our Chief Investment Officer and our CEO. Today is Friday, September 25th, and this is our 28th Genus Weekly video. It's amazing how time has gone by. Well, Wayne, there was a lot of news this week. Nancy and Donald are seeming to have issues getting together and moving forward with the well-advertised stimulus package in the U.S. It feels as though it's on hold, and I'm wondering if this delay has created the 10% drop we've seen in the market this week.
I think it's been a part of the correction. There's been a couple other factors, I would say. Tech simply got too far ahead of itself and needed a bit of a breather. It got hit hard last week, came back this week somewhat. As well, we're seeing rising COVID cases in Europe, which is a concern. There's talk of the UK shutdown. So those three things have really driven the correction over this period here, and also the seasonality as well. It's that silly time of the year when markets seem to come off, and we're almost through that into, hopefully we'll get a rally into the election.
Right. This current risk-off environment is favoring safer government bonds than corporates, but not by much. Has the Fed's stated objective of supporting the corporate bonds helped during this time, in your opinion?
Oh, absolutely. They really hammered corporate spreads down. Number one, we've had a massive rally in government bonds, and yields have dropped dramatically. And when that initially happened, spreads between corporates and governments was blown out. And the central banks have just pounded those down, and they're really managing that segment. It's really being controlled by the central banks of both Canada and the US, for example. So, and they're still there. They're not going to go away. They told us not going to go away. They're going to be here for a long time. So it's providing support to that. And it's really allowing companies that have lower ratings to restore their balance sheets. They can issue debt at good rates, and it helps them set up and be able to survive the pandemic over the next year or two, right?
Right. Tell us how our new global bond fund is helping clients during this time. It is denominated in US dollars.
It's a US dollar, so it's been fighting a bit of a headwind here, but we think the Canadian dollar sort of had a nice run here. We think it's getting a little toppy. It's hitting some resistance, and we think we're going to maybe in the beginning start of a sort of intermediate rally in the US dollar. And I think because of that, we've taken some gold off the table as well. But I think that's going to help our macro bond strategy over the next month or two. We'll have a bit of a tailwind. We'll have a tailwind for it now. And you're still getting good, excellent yields in that portfolio. We have exposure to emerging market debt. We have exposure to corporate bonds in the US and the high yield, and they all have very good yields versus what you can get in the government bond of around 0.5% right now. So it's just a good place to park fixed income money. And also we have the central bank standing behind all those different bonds.
Right. We've had this question in the past, Wayne, with the COVID numbers increasing and the announcement by the Prime Minister after the throne speech this week that we are now actually in the second wave of the virus. The client posed this question is, how is Genus prepared if key people are or become ill during this time, and what is our process around that issue?
Well, we're using all the guidance from the province in terms of how we run our business, and we have a team of around 35 people, and maybe in a given day we might have between 5 and 7, if that, in the office. So they're distancing very well. I think the senior members of the firm and older members of the firm are definitely isolating and being very cautious and distancing and masking and everything else. So we haven't had any issues so far. So and as our process, we partner with the outside manager that helps us. They're a big operation. We have processes and disciplines and a lot of technology to help us. So if someone went down, an individual went down, I think we'd still keep on running the way we always have. We have enough bench strength, I would say, in our firm.
Right. I'm curious to know which part of that demographic I would fall under. Well, perhaps we should wrap this up for another week. On behalf of the Genus team, we would like to thank our clients and our prospects. If you have any questions, we really do like to hear from you, so reach out to your portfolio manager. I hope you have a terrific weekend, Wayne, and we will see you again next week.
You too.